Okay, so video 2 for the day, guys. I got a request to do a personality test, so we're gonna do that. I can't actually show you what I'm doing because I don't know how to do that. So the first question is, you regularly make new friends? Well, I'm in the middle on that because I don't really do that. I don't really have time for friends. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. I'm gonna have to very much agree with that. I do that. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry. Oh yeah, I'm very, very. I'm very emotional on that. You often make a backup plan for the backup plan. Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta have a plan. And if something fails, you got to plan for that too. Plans are great. They sometimes fail, but then you gotta plan for if it fails. You usually stay calm even under pressure. It depends. I agree to that, but I kind of don't. Because I don't. If it's my kids or like my husband or something like that, I tend to get a little more panicky. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. I agree with that completely. I don't try to get to know new people. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Always, absolutely. You are very sentimental. Um, I'm kind of in the middle on that. I am, but I'm not. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists all the time. Bob calls me very unorganizedly organized. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Absolutely. Um, you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Absolutely not. Um, you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. I don't do that, but I like to hear everybody's interpretations. I like to hear all the different word. I'm trying to think of the word here. Everybody else's their comments and thoughts and opinions. That's the one I was looking for. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I'm going to disagree on that. My heart leads me more than my head. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I'm going to have to disagree with that completely. I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing, all day. It's got to be planned. We don't just wing anything. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I worry about it, but I don't, cause in the end, if you don't like me, you don't, and I'm okay with that. I don't participate. I don't enjoy participating in group activities. I kind of like to do things on my own. I like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of an ending. I agree and disagree. I'm kind of neutral on that. I like books overall. I like all kinds of books. If I have to choose my own ending or interpret it, I'm fine with that. If it gives me the ending, I'm fine with that. I just don't like it where you kind of leaves you hanging and then like you don't know because it could go like 20 different ways, I guess. So your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Absolutely. I want to see everybody else succeed. I don't care if I do. Um, yeah, you are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Absolutely. I want to do a garden and I want to do this and I want to do that. And yeah, you are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Absolutely. I am always waiting on the other shoe to drop. Always. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Absolutely. I do not want to be responsible for bad things that are inevitably to happen. It's going to be somebody else's. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I can't draw to save my life. I like to do arts and craftsy type things. I'm not good at them, but I'm gonna do a neutral because I feel like I am good at some things, but not others. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? I'm gonna disagree. I'm in the middle on that because I think you should be rational yet trust your feelings too. Um, you prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I'm 100% on that. I've been that way for as long as I can remember. If I have something to do, um, I want to get it done because then I can do the things I want to do after I get what I need to get done. You enjoy watching people argue? No, I don't. It gives me stress. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself? Absolutely. Don't pay attention to me. I'm probably doing something that I don't really want you to know I'm doing. Or if I do want you to know I'm doing it, I'll let you know. But for the most part, I just gotta keep to myself. Your mood can change very quickly. Well, that depends. So I'm gonna kind of agree with that. I'm gonna choose like a 2 on the agree there. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I'm gonna have to agree with that a little bit because I do. Um, you often end up doing things at the last possible moment. I'm gonna disagree with that because then that just makes me stress. You get it done, get it over with, don't gotta worry about it anymore. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't really care what happens after I die. I just know we're not here anymore. Beyond that, sorry, not trying to be harsh, but I don't know. I believe that I'm going to go to heaven and see everybody that died before me. That's my opinion. Yeah. Usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. I'd rather be myself any day of the week. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I disagree with that. Find it easy to empathize with a person who experiences a very whose experiences are very different from yours. Um, I don't say I find it easy, but I can relate to people. I'm kind of going to be neutral on that. Usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. I disagree with that. Um, you rarely second guess the choices that you've made. I disagree with that. I second guess myself. Um, Always. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Disagree. I need a book, a bath, and a glass of wine. I'm happy. You enjoy going to art museums. Yes, I enjoy going to museums of almost any kind. You often have a hard time understanding people's feelings. I'm a little different on that. I don't pick up on social cues that easily. I can't really read people like that. I can tell when you're upset, but not necessarily if it's upset at me. Like if you're upset in general. Um, so I don't really have a hard time understanding them unless it's something that is just way out there. Like I don't know, somebody gets upset because you're feeding your baby a bottle instead of breastfeeding. Like, I don't understand that. Why you would get so angry. That's just kind of I don't know, it's a personal choice, I guess. So I'm going to disagree with that. You like to have a to do list for each day. Agree 100%. You rarely feel insecure. I'm going to disagree with that 100%. I'm always insecure. I avoid making phone calls. I'm gonna neutral that because I avoid making tough phone calls. If I'm calling just to say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" I don't avoid that. If I gotta call you and tell you somebody died, somebody's in the hospital, something bad, yeah, I'm avoiding that one because I don't want to do it. I don't want to upset you. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Yes, I do because I want to try to understand why. I'm all about why. I want to know why. Why is it like that? Okay, it's like that. Great. Why? What is it? It has to make sense. I'm very logical. In your social circle, you are the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Always, always, always. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Absolutely. I do not like going off of the plan. I don't like it. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. 110%. There are mistakes I made yesterday that I worry about. There are mistakes I made when I was 5 that I worry about. Yeah. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that. I don't really contemplate the reasons why we're here, the meaning of life. I feel like God controls all that. It's not for me to decide or for me to try to understand, you know. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm going to put a 2 for agree on that because sometimes that is true. I'm not bipolar. I'm just very passionate, and so my emotions tend to follow there. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it is completely their fault. I'm going to agree with that 110%. People make mistakes. It's not for me to point that out. If I see that Bob did something, I'm going to be like, hey, dude, you didn't do this, or you need to do this, or whatever, but I'm not going to call him out in front of everybody. That's not cool. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I'm gonna have to say I disagree with that because I do get the bursts of energy, but I use them to my advantage to do the things that are a little bit harder to do when you don't have that energy. But I still stay on the task, and it's still organized, and it's still pretty set up. I'm pretty following a plan here. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Absolutely. I feel like everybody is always disappointed in me. I'm never doing the right things. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I've gotten to that. I don't like being around people. I need to get out of that, but yeah. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I disagree with that. I mean, it's however you want to spend your time, you know? I mean, if that's what you want to do with your time, great. If that's not what you want to do with your time, great. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Disagree, disagree, disagree. I don't like noisy. I like quiet and controlled. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I'm going to disagree with that at a 2 there. I don't fully disagree with it, but I don't fully agree with it. So I'm going to put a 2 on that one for disagree because it depends. If you're really, really sad, I can tell. If you're really, really mad, I can tell. If you're really, really happy, I can tell. If you're kind of in between those, I have a little bit more hard time. So we are 90% done. You often feel overwhelmed. I'm going to agree with that 100%. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. It depends on what I'm doing. If I've done it a billion times, yeah, I'm going to skip steps. Because that's my steps. So I guess I'm going to agree with that. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Oh, yeah, because I want to know why. Why is that controversial? What makes it controversial? Because I may not agree. It may not be controversial to me. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Absolutely, I've done that. I've passed up on promotions. I've passed up on overtime. I've passed up on other things because, somebody else needed it more than I do. You struggle with deadlines. Disagree. I don't miss deadlines unless I am dead, dying, or something as bad is going on. I don't miss the deadlines. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I'm kind of neutral on that because I'm not confident, but I'm not unconfident that they'll work out. I trust God. And if they work out, they do, and if they don't, they don't, and that's the way it was meant to be. So that's kind of my stance on that. And so that was the final question, and it asked me if I was what my gender was, and it was optional, but I told it I was female, and so let's see what these results are. So I'm an advocate. My personality type is advocate, INFJ-T. It says that advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. Okay. My mind, I'm 78% introverted, of course. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. Yes, I agree with that. I don't like sharing my personal life too much. Not even with family, because sometimes it comes back to bite you. Excuse me. I'm 62% intuitive and 38% observant. It says intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. Yeah, I have a very big imagination. I'm curious about everything. And I'm very open minded. Even if I don't understand it, I try to. Um, so yeah. What else? I'm 71% feeling, 29% thinking, and it says that feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. So yeah, I guess so. I base my thoughts and everything on what I see, not excuse me, not what you say to me. It's what I see and what you do, not what you say. I'm 100% judging. I don't know if that's a good thing. Judging individuals are decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Absolutely. I do not like spontaneity. I do not want to fly by the seat of my pants. I do not want to wing it, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to do that. It has to be a set thing, even on vacation. We're going to get to wherever at this time. When we get there, we're going to do this. We're going to eat at this time. We're going to do this. Yeah, that's how we work. And then if something happens, a wrench gets thrown in the plans, then you have a backup. Okay, well, if this restaurant's closed, we can go here. Or if this place is booked, we can go here instead. Or just stuff like that. You have to have a backup to the plan. 85% turbulent, 15% assertive. Turbulent individuals are self conscious and sensitive to stress. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. Absolutely. I am very self conscious, always. But when you get told your entire life that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're too dumb to learn, you're this, you're that, you tend to get a little self conscious, and I get stressed out about everything. I didn't get an A on my paper. Okay, so how can I improve that? What can I do better? I'm always open to constructive criticisms, things like that. So I think that wasn't necessarily something I was born with. I think that was something I was taught. Okay, before we move. Okay, so they want to email me these results. So I'm going to give them my email address and let them send them. And so we're going to read about my personality here and what the differences are. And I'm not going to do all that on here. If you want to, I can possibly, I don't know how to link it or whatever, but I might be able to put this in the thing. I just thought that would be kind of cool. For you guys to kind of see this. And see what I feel like. Part of me is nurture and part of me is nature. It's kind of 50-50. We, as a matter of fact, my psychology class, Psych 101, day one, this is the topic. Which is stronger, nature or nurture? I believe they're equally strong, because what's inside of you is strong, but what you're taught and what you're around and how you're treated, I feel like that takes, I don't know, I feel like that kind of takes a front seat to the the nature part. Because if you're treated badly and you have good instincts, but you're treated badly, it's going to tend to put you in a bad spot. Like you're going to be, like me, always second guessing every decision. did I make this choice right? Did I do this right? Did I do enough of this? Did I not do enough? Just second and third guessing, and just always. Um, my nickname is Rabbit. We're all part of the Winnie the Pooh family. My mama is Pooh. My daddy's Tigger. My sister's Piglet. I'm Rabbit, and my brother is Eeyore. And we kind of all fit what we are. I'm Rabbit because anytime anything goes wrong, the sky is falling. I flip out. I'm on the phone with my mom. Oh my God, what do I do? This is happening. We got to deal with it right now. It is very urgent. What's going to happen? What do? We got to start making a plan. And when that plan fails, we got to get a backup plan. And if something in that plan fails, we got to get that backup. I mean, and it's just like that. That's me. Um, I have ADHD. I have PTSD, anxiety, depression, and I think that's it. I might be on the spectrum. We haven't been able to get that tested at this point. I don't really feel a need to do that. I'm 43, fixing to be 44. If I'm on the spectrum, I've been that way my whole life. So I've learned how to kind of deal with it. Maybe some new coping mechanisms would be great, but at this point, I don't really see um, spending all that money for it. But anyway, I just thought that would be a little cute thing y'all asked me to do. I'll try to get Dad to do it for you, or Bob to do it for y'all too. I don't know that he'll do the whole talking thing. He'll at least do the test. He's not big on the whole camera thing. I'm trying to get him over that because I know y'all like to see him too, not just me. But I do try to update you guys on him too. Every now and again, I try to give you like a double update, but not too much on him because, like I said, in the business of if you want to tell it, you tell it because it's your business to tell. If it has to do with me, I tell my part of it and kind of try to leave you out. But anyway, I'm going to try to drop a link for you guys for that. Thought that might be cool. Thanks for the comments. Keep telling me what you guys want me to talk about because I run out of ideas. Love y'all. Be safe out there. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. And God bless.